It's an honor and a pleasure for me to share some exciting news. The Groundwork Center for Resilient Communities has been rising to challenges and creating solutions for Michigan for 25 years, a quarter century. Wow. When I look back on this journey, what really strikes me are the results we've achieved and the incredible collection of committed people who've made it all possible. I was just a kid when I knocked on the door of the Michigan Land Use Institute, or MLUI, back in 1995. If you don't know, that was our previous name. There at the historic Benzie County Schoolhouse in Benzonia, I met the founder of the organization, Keith Schneider. He had just left his job as the national environmental correspondent at the New York Times. And when I showed up at his doorstep, I never imagined that this organization would be my home, my family for the next 25 years. I recently visited Keith at his home in Benzonia.
We opened the doors of the Michigan Land Use Institute on April 22nd, 1995, the 40th anniversary of Earth Day. We were open 2 months, and here's this young, happening guy, shows up at our door looking for a job. This kid is really impressive. And I just told him, I said, look, we got no money, but you can live upstairs in the building. And I said to him, this is a really exciting thing that's happening here. If you take this job, it'll be the most exciting thing that you've ever done in your career.
You did say that, and you were right. Building an organization is about bringing people with you. Leading is about creating a movement of people who share a common vision. And that happened at the Michigan Land Use Institute. You, as the leader of the organization, built a pretty broad and far-reaching coalition that wasn't just Benzie County, northern Michigan.
All I did really was step out front with an idea set. That we can develop this landscape, we can protect our waters, we can build our economy around these virtues of natural systems. We can do this better. Mm-hmm. And there was just so many people that were willing, able, eager to assist. We motivated our constituency around facts and narrative and storytelling, and to be persistent about it, and to build the story, and to build our activism behind the new facts we were discovering. That clearly was something new here, and it worked. It worked really well.
One of our early and most important accomplishments was stopping an expensive and unnecessary bridge proposed in this beautiful place, the Boardman River Valley, just south of Traverse City. We didn't just say no to the bridge, we brought forward practical alternatives. We showed a better way. And all that led to the grand vision, a highly collaborative public planning process that brought together nearly 20,000 people to envision the future of Northwest Michigan. Another example is the campaign to shut down the Line 5 oil pipeline in the Great Lakes. We organized the first public rally in 2013 and launched the Oil and Water Don't Mix campaign to mobilize public opposition. And we are really close to winning. More recently, we partnered with the National Wildlife Federation to create the Great Lakes Business Network. Making the case for a clean environment has been a core strategic value of ours since the beginning. The Business Network got its start on Line 5 and is making a real impact on that debate. Now it's expanding to other issues, like advocating for clean energy and climate solutions. And today, over 170 business leaders who are concerned about these issues are at the table. Larry Bell, president of Bell's Brewing in Comstock, Michigan, near Kalamazoo, is a co-founder of the network, and he has been advocating his heart out since the beginning. From what you see at Groundwork, one of the co-hosting organizations, what gives you the confidence to jump into this business network?
As a business owner, I've got a lot of things on my plate. And while I have values going to wanting to have clean water and good environment, I don't always have the time to dedicate to those issues. So I'm thankful that I've got groups like Groundwork Center, where I know there are educated individuals who have the time to do the work that I can rely upon, that I trust. I've seen their work and the things that they do. So that's a comfort to me that I can lean on them, trust them, and know that they can advocate for me on these issues.
Strengthening the local food economy has been a long-standing goal of ours, and I am so proud of what we have accomplished, helping farmers find new markets, making a case for the health benefits of fresh local food. This program is really making a difference. Andrea Romeyn, along with her husband Ryan, own and operate Providence Organic Farm in Central Lake, just south of Charlevoix. Andrea told me about what they were working to accomplish at their farm.
We feel like we're on a mission to increase the nutrition and vitality of our community by giving them food that sustains and enhances their life. I mean, really, the bottom line is, if we can do that, why not?
We're celebrating our 25-year anniversary this year, and we'd love to know what your thoughts are about our organization and your experiences with us.
I think that one of the things that I valued the most about Groundwork is that you care about local food and farms, no matter what size, big and small. And I kind of look at you guys like the glue or the connector that brings the community to the farm and the farm to the community. It's like the connections that you guys helped foster increased our business and helped us continue to be able to make a living when we don't necessarily have the time or the energy to think of those things, or the power or the influence.
Another piece of our food and farming program is Farm to School, getting more healthy, locally grown food into school cafeterias. We developed that into a statewide program called 10 Cents a Meal for Michigan's Kids and Farms, led by our own force of nature, Diane Connors. It's good for farmers and it's good for school kids, a win-win for everybody. And now, after years of hard work, building support and showing the benefits, it's available to schools and early childhood centers across the whole state of Michigan. I had a conversation over Zoom with Winona Bynam. She's the executive director of the Detroit Food Policy Council and an important coalition partner with Groundwork to build support for 10 cents a meal. Well, Winona, you've been a great partner. Your organization's been so valuable. How do you work in coalition with others?
Oh yeah, so we couldn't get anything done without our network, really. Our coalition partners like you across the state are so important because so many times things are looked at as important to just one locale, but being able to say that it's important across the state has been huge.
The 10 Cents a Meal Project got its start right here in Traverse City at an elementary school just a few blocks from our office. This is a powerful movement that can really help kids and help the farm economy, but not if it's just in one school or a handful of schools in northern Michigan. We want a statewide program. That's been one of our goals as an organization on a number of our programs, but it's really showing itself in an effective and successful way with the 10 Cents a Meal Project.
I'm really looking forward to continuing to work to make sure that Detroit's children are able to benefit from the 10 Cents a Meal program. What I've seen is just the awareness. I don't think there is a lawmaker at the state level now who has not heard of the 10 Cents program. The awareness has just grown, and that is a testament to being able to work as a coalition and work across the state. None of us could have gotten that done without having that statewide coalition.
Groundwork has advocated for so many issues over the last 25 years. I wanted to get some insight from a really smart person I know about what we should focus on going forward. Skip Pruss has been a valuable partner over the years. He has a long and successful career in state government, fighting for the people and the environment. Now he's widely seen as a guru on healthy communities and climate solutions. I visited him at his home in Northport to gather his thoughts on where Groundwork is headed, and we fit that in just before a big rainstorm came in. When you think of the Groundwork Center and the Michigan Land Use Institute, an organization that for 20 years you've been engaging with, observing, what is it that you see that suggests we're an organization that can make it another 25 years and beyond?
Actually, that's easy. The effectiveness of any organization or a nonprofit is ultimately the impact that it actually has. You know, how effective it is in really meeting the goals of its mission. And Groundwork has been really remarkably successful in that enterprise. One of its qualities that makes it really effective is the quality of its staff. You have experts in all of your program areas that are supremely competent, and I think they give the public and their constituencies confidence in, that we can actually do these things. Your programs that you've developed, many from scratch, have withstood the test of time and are really effective.
What will the next 25 years bring for Groundwork? Well, we've been working hard to pull together a smart group of passionate people who will continue to carry out our mission for the long haul. I'm really proud of the dedication and the resourcefulness of our staff. I really am. But what I'm most excited about is how you make our work possible. Groundwork empowers people like you who want to be a part of creating a better Michigan with locally based solutions. With your support, our vibrant community of thought leaders and doers will continue to build the Michigan you want to see.
It's been quite a journey, and I am truly humbled to be a part of such a special organization. And I'm deeply grateful to you and all of our supporters, because it's so clear to me that none of this good work happens without you. Together, let's protect the environment, build the economy, and strengthen communities for the next 25 years.